Hello incoming class, welcome to Trinity College. I'm Nicole In, bringing you helpful, relevant, and exclusive information to aid in your preparation for your university life at Trinity College. Today I am joined with many special guests, many who have just completed their first year, who have joined me in hopes of providing you with some well-grounded advice. One of the things that incoming students seem to be most worried about is just how to manage everything. You want to get good grades, you want to make a lot of friends, you want to get involved in extracurriculars, and maybe you even have a part-time job. So how do I manage everything? Well, it's all about balance. And yes, that is very much easier said than done. I get it. So today we have some students here who are going to speak to us about school engagement, making friends, and time management.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Conduro and I'm a second year student studying global health and physiology, and I'm a member of Woodsworth College. Today I thought I would talk about time management. The thing about university is that for most of us, compared to high school, we're going to have a lot less time in class. This means we have a lot of free time, but it's really up to you to decide what you want to do with that time. For me in first semester, I really thought with all this time I have, I need to be studying. This led me to be super ineffective with the time I had because I was subconsciously stretching the amount of work I had across all the time that I had. When in reality, I could have probably finished the work in a couple hours if I was truly into it and being truly effective. In second semester, I began to join clubs and I joined a couple intramural teams too to fill up the free time, and this meant I had a lot less time to study. This forced me to be completely efficient in those couple hours I had now to study, and I actually began to do a lot better in my classes. Committing to things and making myself busy and giving myself less time to study actually made me study better. So what I'm trying to say is that really use your time wisely, and you don't need to be studying all the time. Use all the time that you have to explore all the different facets U of T has to offer, whether it be other clubs or organizations. There are so many things that you can get involved in here at U of T, and I really hope you have a great first year and good luck.
My name is Paranjay and I'm studying International Relations and Public Policy with a minor in Economics at the University of Toronto. I'm a member of Trinity College, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of the biggest challenges that I thought I would face, which was the balance between academics and social life. So I'm an international student coming from India, and I was extremely concerned about academics because I was coming from a very different high school atmosphere, and second, my social life. I was leaving my home country, I was coming to a new place, just that settling in a new area, I was really scared about that. But over time what I realized, the way the organizations are formed, the way the professors treat you, the way the academic staff, the support staff treats you, the entire mechanism is created in such a way that at the end of it, you will find some sort of a resemblance of a balance between academics and social life. I'm not going to lie to you, for the first one it was really difficult for me to adjust to both of it. But over time what I realized is that how helpful the professors actually are, and the learning strategists, and the writing coach centers, and the entire academic community. They want you to excel. Even by the end of the fall semester, there was an improvement in my own academic abilities. Along with that, my social life was also improved because just the number of organizations, number of talks we get to be a part of, just all of that allows you to create more friends. I can't be happier to be calling Toronto my home. It's really helped me find that balance. Hopefully it does the same to you. Thank you.
Thanks Andrea and Paranjay. Like Paranjay touched on, you can make friends at U of T. Don't worry, if that's something you're worried about, you will definitely meet your people here. And we also have Zaina, an international student who is going to share her experience of making friends, as well as Raul, a commuter student who is going to share his experience.
Hi everyone, my name is Zaina and I'm a second year ramen student specializing in finance and economics, and I'm a part of Trinity College. So I want to share some of my experiences and worries I've had during my first year. One of my main worries was meeting new people. I'm an international student, so I didn't know anyone in the country, but the University of Toronto really does have so many ways that you could just meet new people and make friends. So you can start off by starting orientation or attending orientation events. I met really awesome people there. Or in class, whenever you sit next to someone, just initiate a conversation and there might be potential friendship there. Join clubs, that's one of the best tips I could give you, so because there's already a common interest and you can just build your friendship on that. And everyone's really friendly, so don't be afraid to approach people because they're not going to find you awkward or weird. They're going to really appreciate it. Yeah, just enjoy your first year and have a good time. Bye!
Hey everyone, my name is Rahul Parhar. I'm a second year student studying cinema studies and I'm a member of Innis College. So last year, in my first year, I was a commuter, and I think when I first started there were two big fears I definitely had. The first being that it was the fear of missing out, that because I don't live downtown, that I'm gonna miss all the opportunities, all the events and everything. And then the second one being that again, because I'm not downtown all the time, I'm gonna miss out on making friends. I'm gonna be sort of a loner. But I quickly found out that those two thoughts that I had were pretty untrue. I found that as a commuter, I still had just as much time to go to events, see my friends. There was no issue just because I did have to commute. And then the second thing being that that maybe I'm not gonna make enough friends. Again, I found a couple things that I did to get over this issue, where it was maybe showing up a couple minutes early to a class just so I had enough time to talk to the people on the left and right of me. I found that to be really helpful because then next week I have some familiar faces in the class. I have somewhere to start. And the second thing being that in some of my courses I opted out to make a study group or a sort of work group so that we could meet together sometimes, work, study for a test, a midterm, something like that. And that obviously helped because we were in the class together, but it really helped because it gave me some familiar faces that I could get to know, that I could sit with, and that became a huge thing for me. That helps me actually find some core friends in some of my classes. And I'm still checking up these people regularly, and I'm really glad that I did that. I think as a commuter, it's really easy to have fears that you're gonna not get the same experience, but I think they're untrue. And it just matters to you to put in the effort and to have as much fun as you can first year.
Thanks, guys. While we're on the topic of commuting, and by the way, I'm also a commuter student, I have my friend Sahar here who's also going to share some more commuting tips for any of you incoming commuter students.
Hi everybody, my name is Sahar. I'm a second year student studying neuroscience and I'm also a member of Victoria College. I'd say a pretty integral part of my first year experience was the fact that I'm a commuter student. I happen to have a pretty long commute. It's like 2 hours each way. So some advice I could offer the next round of commuter students is to definitely optimize the time you have on campus as much as possible. Once your classes are over, instead of going straight home, I really recommend spending some time in student-run spaces, joining designated study groups, or going to office hours to get to know your TAs and profs, and overall just getting as much work done as possible while you're on campus. That way, by the time you get home, you have separated your workspace from your chill space, and you can get home with a peace of mind and relax knowing that you've finished everything you had to do for the day. And the benefit of doing that as well is it also makes it a lot easier to meet people and make friends on campus since you're extending the time that you're actually at school. So yeah, I really recommend just staying on campus a little bit after your classes are over and doing as much as you can, getting to know some people, and it overall makes commuting a really enjoyable experience.
Thanks, Sahar. So just like Sahar explained, staying later on campus can mean meeting more people and just more opportunities to get involved. Another way to get involved is joining a sports team. Today we have Gyang here who shares her experience being on an intramural sports team.
Hi everyone, my name's Gyang. I am a second year life science student and I am a member of Trinity College. Throughout high school, I was involved in a lot of sports and I knew that it was something that I wanted to continue to be involved in throughout university, but I also knew that I didn't want to commit to the demanding schedules of being a varsity athlete. So I tried out intramural sports, which is something that I would highly recommend for anyone else who's interested. They offer a lot of sports at a lot of different playing levels, and it's a good way to meet some new friends and stay active. Thanks.
Now that we've heard a lot about student involvement and making friends, let's move on to another topic that you are probably very eager to hear about: academic life. Am I going to fail university? Well, the truth is, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be ups and downs, but there's definitely support along the way. Let's hear some student experience on this.
Hi, my name is Mustafa and I'm a second year student studying international relations and public policy, and I'm a member of Trinity College. One of my very first essay experiences at U of T, I got a really bad mark. To be honest, I was a little bit shocked and kind of disheartened. It was one of the very first times that I recognized how different essay writing was between university and high school. But what I learned most from it was that I shouldn't be disheartened. It was one of 3 essays for that course alone. One of the very first things I did was schedule a meeting with my TA and understand what went wrong and what I could do better. I then discussed the upcoming essay with my TA. so I could get a better understanding of what is expected of me. I also made better use of academic supports at Trinity College, and I booked an appointment with the Writing Center. And by the end of it, I did much better at the course because I used those supports and I kept my spirits high.
Hello everyone, my name is Eunice, a second-year student studying Ethics, Society and Law and Political Science, and I'm a member at Trinity College. My first time going to office hours with my TA and professor was definitely a nerve-wracking experience. I remember a couple of thoughts running through my head. Am I actually going into office hours right now? Am I going to be asking a stupid question? Is this a stupid question? Am I the only one who didn't understand the course material? Thankfully, once I did enter in, I was very much put at ease and surprised by how helpful they were. Ever since then, I've gone to office hours quite religiously, not only to ask questions related to the course, but also to simply say hello. If there's one advice that I would give to first-year students, it would be not only to go into office hours, but to make those connections with your TA and professors. At the end of the day, they're there to help you and help you succeed in the courses that you are taking. I hope this helps.
Hi everyone, my name is Claudia and I'm a second-year student at the University of Toronto. Currently studying human biology, and I'm also a member of Trinity College. So today I'd like to talk to you about my experience going to office hours. Sometimes in university it may be a little bit intimidating asking questions to the professor during lecture, or sometimes there might not even be enough time to ask questions. That's why a lot of courses offer office hours. Office hours are a great time for you to ask questions one-on-one or ask questions in a small classroom setting. In my experience, office hours have given me awesome tips and tricks for exam prepping, test taking, and just remembering key information from the course. So I definitely recommend going to office hours right at the beginning of the semester so that you're on a great path to academic success for the rest of the year.
Thanks, guys. As Eunice mentioned, it's completely normal to reach out for help, and it's actually recommended because university is a totally new and different experience. You're learning how to balance things, you're learning how to be independent, and you're trying to figure out what you're really interested in. And let me tell you, what you're interested in now can change throughout your university life here. Let's hear from Lewis and his experience with switching majors.
Hi everyone, my name is Louis Chia and I'm currently studying Life Sciences and Business, and I am a member of the Woodsworth College. I want to share with you guys my experience with switching majors, and I know that seems a little bit scary, but I'm really glad that I did. I came to uni thinking that life sciences is what I wanted to study, and during my first semester that was all that I really took. But during my second semester, I ventured a bit into the business department and I took some economics classes, and I'm really glad that I did because now I found out that I might want to go into business. And even though it seems a little scary to switch majors, especially after my first year, I'm really glad that I did take this economics class and had this little change of heart, because if I didn't take this, I wouldn't have known about my interest in business. And if I didn't take it now, I might have taken it maybe next year or the year after, and that would have been a little late in the timeline. But that's why I'm encouraging all of you guys to also take more diverse classes during your first year, because you might discover an interest that you never knew you had, and you might really end up liking it.
Thanks, Lewis. So we have one final guest here today who is actually a recent graduate of the engineering program, and he is going to share some insight and advice to any incoming engineering students who will reside at Trinity College.
Hi, I'm Robert. I studied engineering science and I lived at Trinity College during my undergrad. First of all, welcome, all of you. I'm so happy that all of you chose to attend Trinity, especially the incoming engineers among you, because really, you all have the best of both worlds, being part of two incredible communities at the same time. Adjusting to engineering can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. It's definitely an hours-intensive schedule, and the workload can take a little bit out of you. But I think what's important to remember is that while academics are an important part of the university experience, they're not the entirety of the experience. It's also really important to, make new friends and engage in extracurricular activities and just grow and develop as a person. So my advice is make time for all of that. And I think one of the best ways to do that is by getting involved in the Trinity College community. I mean, it's a great institution filled with a whole bunch of really strong, beautiful traditions and customs, and it's also a great place to make a whole bunch of incredible new friends. So with that, welcome, and I hope you all really enjoy your time here.
That's the end of today's news segment. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish you all the very best in everything you do during your next few years here at Trinity College at the University of Toronto.